Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, I want to talk to you a little bit about the indictment on Donald Trump. Now, to be honest with you, I spent 2 weeks on vacation, and just like if you're an accountant, you don't even want to look at the bill at dinner time because you don't want to worry about those numbers. I was like that with the news. People kept coming up to me. Did you hear? All I heard was, did you hear what they did to Donald Trump? I heard that over and over and over again. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying attention to the news for 2 weeks.
I haven't paid attention to the news in 20 years. I'm not even going to lie. Like, when it comes to the news, not very strong suited on it. However, when it comes to Donald Trump specifically, it's just kind of a weird thing when he's the first president ever in history to get indicted on federal charges. Like, that joint, that is crazy to me. Like, that's almost impossible. Like, what are the probabilities of that happening? Very low.
And it was nice. However, I have to be honest with you. I haven't done all of my research to have a legal point of view on what is happening. I've read really good opinions on this a violation of federal law, the indictment is, and I have heard, from Dershowitz that, no, they actually have a really good case this time. I don't know. I don't want to talk to you about the law because I'm not there yet. Let me just tell you what I think this is really about. This is not really truly about anything other than, one, for those who have truly gone insane, putting Trump in jail. They will put him in jail. I believe that there was a dust-up last week because Fox News said a wannabe dictator, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me because I don't know enough about politics to support Trump or even to support Biden. I'm very centered when it comes to this stuff. But I do know that Donald Trump receives a lot of hate in the mass media. And I do know there's people out there who would do some stuff like this to get rid of him. Like, for example, when his Twitter was deleted, like, he was banned from almost all social media platforms just for the sake of it. Like, he was literally just banned. I don't even remember what he did, but that's for a different discussion. And now it's like when he's running again for president, he gets arrested. He's like held in prison he's held in prison. I don't know the legalities of the case. I don't know, but I do know that it's just weird how a president who has the chance of winning, who's already been president, is being held in prison or held in a federal court case. This has never happened before, bro.
A producer that put that Chiron up was fired over it.
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah.
Things are looking up at Fox.
Right.
Things are looking up at Fox.
Yep.
Okay, so would-be dictator. I saw Tucker Carlson. I watched something that he did on Twitter about this, and he's absolutely right. It was brilliantly done, and he's absolutely right. He's, a wannabe dictator puts his enemies and his foes in jail. And they'll do anything they have to teach anybody who's running against a lesson. We'll put you in jail.
That's true.
It's not, well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let me be kind. It's a really crazy coincidence that this happened on the same day that it was released that, looks like maybe $10 million in bribery and we got the goods on Joe Biden and his son. Same day.
Wait, what?
So what is this really about?
Could somebody please comment what that whole thing is about Joe Biden and his son? Like, I keep hearing it, but what did he do, bro? Like, I need to know, bro, because whatever he's saying, whatever they're saying he did, it must be really bad. Because I keep hearing things about him, like they're running a case on him now, or they're investigating him now. It's crazy. So somebody please let me know.
This is misdirection. And I want you to listen really carefully because there are many facets to this. It's about misdirection on the Biden crimes. It is about putting Donald Trump in jail, but maybe not for the reason you think or even the people on the left think. It is misdirection on the economy. It is misdirection on the dollar. It is misdirection on the war, on really everything that actually matters. Okay? That's really what the pride flag thing is about, too. It's not really in support of gay pride. It's really not. It's really not. You wouldn't be forcing this. I went over to London. There wasn't a government building without the gay pride flag. Not one. Not one. There were government buildings.
Maybe they're trying to build inclusivity. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just playing, man. But the only thing that's like suspicious about all this is like y'all see what happens. Nobody was talking about any of this like 5 to 10 years ago. And I get it. Like we progress as a nation. But isn't it kind of weird how everything progressed like so rapidly in such a minuscule amount of time? Like it was like almost overnight. Businesses became super progressive. Like the government became super progressive. Like almost overnight. It was so crazy to watch because I was watching it in real time. Like life wasn't. Of course, everything was like moving towards that direction, anyways. But now it's like radically in that direction.
Things without a British flag, but a gay pride flag. It's incredible. Everyone is in lockstep. And it doesn't have anything to do with gay rights. I mean, I got a lot of gay friends. I got a lot of black friends too. I know you can't say that but I know a lot of gay people. I hire gay people. Doesn't matter.
It's supposed to.
They tell me the same thing, one after another. This is out of control. This is out of control. It's not about gay rights anymore. This Trump thing is not about Donald Trump, certainly not about the law. It is about one of two things when it comes to him. Either ensuring he's the candidate, again, I don't know on the legal side yet, ensuring he's the candidate by stirring it all up, or putting him in jail. But let's go with ensuring that Trump is the candidate. I don't know if you've seen this, but over the weekend, I think somebody in Congress started talking about, are you a Romney Republican or a Trump Republican? Now, notice they didn't say a Ron DeSantis Republican, okay? It's a Romney Republican. This is coming from the GOP. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Are you a Romney Republican? Meaning, I think, a reasonable Republican, one that will compromise, one that will work to get things done. Or are you a crazy person? First of all, let's just go on this.
When it comes to Donald Trump, and I've noticed this, I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily dislike him as a president. They more so dislike him as a person. And because they dislike him as a person, they're willing to sacrifice the presidency. Like, for example, they're willing to vote for somebody who they really don't mess with just to see him not be in office. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what I've noticed. Like, and I've noticed it in this past election with President Biden. People were saying they were voting for Biden, not even because of Biden's policies, not even because of who Biden is as a person. It's like they're voting for him just for Trump to not win. It was the craziest thing. And it's probably happened before. I'm sure it has. But it's like, wow, like, so if Trump runs again, I'm just thinking, like, what if this happens again and, like, the candidate that runs against him is, like, terrible? This is something to think about.
That's a false choice. Okay? Romney is that's the other side. Why aren't you saying a DeSantis Republican? And I'm not a DeSantis, Trump, or Romney Republican. I'm a constitutional voter. I don't care. I don't care about their personalities. I care about which one will actually protect and defend the Constitution of the United States and not abuse the Constitution to protect the Constitution. You know, we had to violate the the free market to save the free market. No, that doesn't work. You can't violate the Constitution to save the Constitution. But what this is about enraging enough Americans. Period. Enraging you.
But why would they want to enrage us if we are the people who are working day to day to help our country? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm with him, man. I'm trying to find out the best method to be the best citizen I can be. I want to vote for the president. I want to vote for the people in Congress who I know are going to do the best at their job. And I get it. Who they are as a person, it matters too. But what they're doing at their job, it matters more. I'm not even going to lie. Because you got to think about it like this. It could be the best person in the world. But if they have their own hidden agendas, their own hidden wants from being in office, then what are they going to put over us as citizens? They're going to put over what they want. Like, I was the biggest Barack Obama fan ever. The biggest Barack Obama fan ever. But when I found out his net worth almost, it was like 5 times it was when he left the office. Of course I'm a little pissed off. Because the policies that you said you was going to do for us, the stuff you said you was going to do for my community, you didn't do. But what did you do? You quadrupled it 5 times your net worth. Now you have like 2 mansions or something. 3 mansions, whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, we voted for you twice, but instead of you doing what you said you was going to do, you just doubled and tripled your net worth, whatever the crap. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm not a mathematician. So it's like, in my head, I'm just like, bruh, I thought you was going to be here for the people. Like, that should be your number one goal. But what you accomplished was much different than what I see. Like, what you accomplished is much different than what you told us.
First of all, really? You want to play this game about putting people in jail? You're going to put him in jail for documents that he had, and you're still telling us there's nothing to do with your son? Really? Outrageous. Injustice. Inequality. You name it. Enraging. That's really, I think, what this is all about. They need you. They need you to be enraged. That's honestly why everything that is going on, that's why they keep poking and poking and poking and poking at you. There is no other choice. It is their way or you're out. Met with a guy in Scotland, Neil Oliver. He was a huge BBC presenter. He's like the Indiana Jones of Scotland and Britain, okay? He's an archaeologist, a historian, commentator. He did BBC documentary after BBC documentary, well-known, loved in England.
And I have a problem. Like, my thing about being a president, man, and he's 100% right. I feel like a lot of people we elect in office, they put their personal wants and desires over us as citizens. And I think, I don't even know what a solution would be, because why is it that when a president gets in office, they are able to have like hidden funds, hidden amounts of money transferred to them. They're able to do hidden things to make profit. But when it comes to policies, it's so many rules around it. Like, oh, I can't quite do that policy. Or like, oh, I tried to do the student debt forgiveness, but it's taking me some time. But let it be your son is in trouble. Let it be, oh, you need some bread. You need a $5 million donation or whatever the crap. That is done in the quickness. But when it comes to us as citizens, What have you done? Every single president, I think, but Trump, their net worth has at least doubled when they were in office in the past 10, 20 years. But what policies are helping us, man? And it's just starting to piss me off the more I learn about it.
England. He's been canceled. And I mean, as a human being, he has been canceled. He has lost everything, because he spoke out against COVID. And then when they started pushing back on him, he was like, why are you pushing back so hard on COVID? What else are you doing? And he's telling the truth. And he's telling the British people, you better wake up. And they are destroying him and his life.
I don't really even understand cancel culture, if I'm being honest, because it's like this. If you have, I get it. In some situations, people need to be canceled. Like if you're doing something illegal that's really harming people, yeah. But if you have a different opinion than someone, and you're getting canceled for having this opinion, that's basically just a social dictatorship. Like if you don't agree with me, you don't get to eat, or if you don't agree with me, your life is done. Period. You won't be able to work nowhere. You won't be able to do nothing. Like that doesn't seem a little funny to y'all.
To be enraged, because the one thing I heard over and over, which surprised me, Christian nationalism.
Christian nationalism.
I keep hearing Christian nationalism. I've never heard Christian nationalism.
What does that even mean?
Never in my whole life. And I've been to all the secret meetings with the GOP. I've never heard Christian nationalism. But I want you to know it's real. It's real. And they are creating it just as they did the last time this happened. But they waited until it was over. I don't think they saw the opportunity at the beginning. This time, they see the opportunity. What happened after World War II? Hitler suddenly became a Christian. Nazism was Christian nationalists. Socialism was nowhere to be found. It was a Christian nationalist movement. No, it was a socialist nationalist movement. That's what that was.
Yeah, like it's like in society, the word Christian, I don't even know how this happened because I'm a Christian. It's like the word Christian has a negative connotation in society. Like saying I'm a Christian means I'm a bad person or means I'm a whatever the crap. I don't know how it happened. Honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna rep Christ until the day I die. Point blank, period. But I'm just saying, how did this happen? It's like Christian is a slur. Like, oh my God, he's a Christian. Come on, man.
But they changed. Everything became about Christians. And what did they do? While Stalin gets away scot-free, killing more people than Hitler, not to diminish Hitler in any way, Stalin kills more people. Mao kills many more people than Stalin killed, not to diminish Stalin's killing. And yet the one we always talk about is Hitler. Why? Because that's the one they could make into a Christian nationalist, I'm convinced.
Yep. And this points to my conclusion, man. I don't even think people care. I think a lot of people in power are so evil, are so dark in the inside that they don't even care about the stuff that happens. They are looking for things that fit their agenda, point blank, period. They don't necessarily care about the evils of the world. They don't necessarily care about the tragedies of the world. They don't care who runs the country. They only care about fitting a specific narrative that pushes them to their goal. So it's like they're willing to do anything, and that's scary. People who are willing to do anything to get to their goal, that is scary, bro.
Otherwise, they have to explain communism and socialism and why it always leads to deaths. If they can get you to talk about this one, they can get you to talk about Christian nationalism. And let me be very, 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 very clear. Hitler was not a Christian. But this was, in some ways, a religious movement, just like what we're seeing in America is a religious movement. There are new gods being introduced, okay? And you must bow down to those gods. You must pray at their church or you will be destroyed.
And that's what I'm saying, man. It is like, if you're a Christian, you know what I'm saying. It's like some of the beliefs of society I literally cannot follow without giving up my personal religious beliefs. And I'm not saying that in like a denouncing other beliefs. I'm saying that in a way like I literally cannot follow it. If I follow those beliefs, I will be going against my religious beliefs, like full-fledged going against. But it's like you get punished for not following these beliefs, and I'm like, I can't follow those beliefs. They go against my religious beliefs. So if I follow that, I won't be doing my beliefs. So it's like a fight in society. Like, if you don't follow it, you're gonna get canceled. But if I do follow it, I'm gonna get canceled from going to heaven. So it's like, what do I do? It's like
I was just in England where I saw what happened with the churches. The Reformation, King Henry VIII, all of that. People have already fought this battle over and over and over again. We're fighting it. Everything that was fought over there, we just take for granted now. Oh, yeah, that's always been that way. No, never has been. Never has been. Sphere of national Christianity, Christian nationalists. They must, the image and the atmosphere. Let me explain that in 60 seconds. The one thing that you really need to understand, I think I tweeted out last week, I was at the London School of Economics. And some people go, oh, that's where Hyatt was, did his work. No. It's where George Soros does all of his work. And in the courtyard, the main courtyard, they have this globe. It's gigantic, okay? And it's upside down. The North Pole is the South Pole. South Pole is the North Pole. United States is on the bottom. All of those countries that have had social injustice and inequity happen to them are on the top of the world. They are literally turning the world upside down, okay? You have to understand that nothing is coincidental. Nothing is coincidental. I don't understand how people can think that these are conspiracy theories when they are so well out into the open and have been done over and over and over again.
He's making good points, man. And the older I get, the more I realize that a lot of the big things that happen, they can't be coincidental. Because if they're coincidental, man, then that's like 1 in a million chances of happening. Like Trump getting indicted right before he's running again, or right before he has a popular vote. It's just weird. Like, what are the chances of that happening? But anyways, if you have any more suggestions, comment down below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.